5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync. Hello and welcome to the TTV BrickFeed Podcast. I'm Jonathan Dwan.
I'm Vitamin.
I'm Meso Knack.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Prpl.
I'm XX Trooper.
And this is BrickFeed episode 51.
Hey,
See, I wasn't having a good like half an hour because we were getting ready for this, but then I heard X talk and it made it all better.
Listen,
Good guy,
dude,
X.
you are giving just the greatest impression to all the viewers out there that this is something worth their time to listen to. Am I right?
Dude, I know, here,
right?
so it's worth.
Yeah.
You know.
It totally will be, because we'll make it awesome.
I mean,
right?
we already ruined that by having you here.
Oh.
No, Var, don't say that to her. Give Prpl a break, guys.
I hate Prpl. Go away, Prpl. No one wants you here, Prpl. Bye,
No,
Prpl.
people are going to take that seriously.
I want you to take it seriously.
She's nice, you know. She's
As long as you say
purple.
something this time.
Oh.
If you said something.
She couldn't even
Good for you.
respond with
She
words. It's
empowers
just,
people with her presence. She doesn't. She's not inclined to do anything.
Purple's gonna be dragging us down.
She's already dragging us down, dude.
Wow.
you know what?
She's
I'll say
gonna
this.
be
Purple,
Wow.
I'm gonna,
dragging us up, man.
I don't know what encouraging things I've ever said to you, Purple, but I'll say this. At least you're not pink.
For someone who's so
like
purple, I don't
pink.
understand why I'm feeling so blue with you around.
Blue contributes to purple, so shut up.
Money is green. Pun involving color. Yeah.
Thanks, X.
There we go.
Can we just bully Prpl for the whole episode?
No.
Sure.
Why the
Why
heck
not?
No,
What else are we gonna do? Talk about Lego?
that is me.
She is the newest cast member.
We do not condone bullying here.
I don't know why, but it still feels weird that I'm like the newscast member. Like, it seems like you guys would have gotten someone else by now.
You're the
But
newscast
it's, like,
member?
totally normal.
Let's get right into the news.
Thank you, Killer Keemvar.
In the news this week we have...
Yeah.
Actually, we're gonna actually start with asking if anyone bought anything this week. Anyone?
Ooh, I
I
got a
want
new phone case
tickets.
for myself, but it's not Lego related, so it's completely irrelevant.
Thank you for contributing.
Good grief. Why do you do this? I'm really trying to help you out here. I'm really trying to support you, but man, you make it so hard.
Oh,
There's nothing to support.
Wow. Man.
Okay, well...
I made several different Bricklink orders to complete your guys' sig figs, which reminds me, X. I forget what you look like.
No, what you do, right, is that you find this is what you do, right? You find a headpiece that's totally gray, and then you find listen very closely, and then you find a torso piece, it's totally dark gray. This is the hard part, and then you find legs, you know, and all of it is dark gray. It's all just totally gray. So it's just a whole. It's a totally gray minifig, and then you just make the cute face.
You need to give
that
X-
Purple. Just give it to
Okay.
Purple.
Give X Woody
She'll
legs,
make
dude.
She'll make the cute face, you know.
Okay,
and
so-
there you go. That's the
so-
that's the sig fig.
Okay, so let me see if I got this straight, okay? Make a minifigure that looks like a dog is looking at it. No color.
That looks like a
Completely
dog
gray.
is looking at it. Do dogs see
No,
in
it needs
gray?
to be
Because
dark gray, and
dogs
it needs
are
to have the
colorblind,
cute
yeah.
That's
face,
not what
you know?
colorblind is. You don't see in gray.
Yeah,
I guess I should clarify. Dogs are mostly colorblind. They can see some
yeah, but
colors.
they don't see gray. They
Oh,
see
can
like.
they? So
Yeah.
your joke... Okay,
gray
alright,
ain't
so-
Well,
okay.
it was a joke on the
Old
common
Jack.
conception that dogs are completely colorblind, which is still a very common misconception.
Didn't you already say that?
Is there
So
a
did
thing
your
that's
jokes depend
completely
on everyone being
colorblind?
stupid?
I don't know.
I'd
I'm not
imagine there
colorblind.
would be, but...
I'm not sure there's actually a color blindness where you only see like gray hues.
Let's look it up. Anyone with extensive medical knowledge of colorblindness?
I don't know. There's like a gender joke there somewhere. You know, you only see
What?
gray. Yeah, because you don't see black and white. You only see.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean a race
I don't know,
joke?
man. Okay, don't bully
That
me.
makes it better.
English is not my first language. I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what
reel
I'm
this
saying.
back in, X. I'm gonna try and save you here.
Okay, yes, it's called monochromacy, complete color blindness.
Monochromacy.
Right.
That sounds like Last Boss.
Sounds fake.
That does sound fake.
Sounds like a fake illness.
You sound fake.
Mesonac does sound pretty
But,
fake. Alright, if you were suffering under monochromacy, you perceive everything just in shades of gray. This makes it really hard to accomplish many everyday tasks.
How would-
because
okay,
colors is a simple
I have a
part of
question
our
here.
life.
How would you know
answer.
if you're only seeing in gray?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you're only seeing in blue.
I'm at let's say like I have a kid, right, and he's monochromatic, and I tell him, hey, that what you're looking at right there, that's red. And he's like, cool, I will associate this shade of gray with red now. How would he know that he's not seeing gray?
See, my problem is
because like
would
the
they
first
be allowed
time
to drive anymore? Because like
No, I don't think
stoplights?
you would not be.
Okay.
I don't know. What I will say is that it's probably like you would figure it out by certain things that can be different colors, like a car, for example, right? Cars can be all sorts of
Why
colors.
does every car
so if
look
you
the
point,
same?
I mean, maybe
yeah, it
that
would be
kid
like you
just
point to
maybe
that car
that
and
kid
be
just
like,
thinks people are
what
just
color is
really,
that?
really picky about their shade of gray.
Well, maybe he
It could be
actually has a
possible.
good parent who teaches
a lot
him
of
about
people
this.
who are like even just slightly colorblind don't realize it for the longest time. I know a guy, my roommate actually, his dad just realized he was colorblind to a certain shade of green like a couple years
Well,
ago.
see, I've
Dude,
always
that's
wondered
it's,
that.
it's never been.
I've always
like a
wondered
thing.
that because, like, what? Who's to say that my like? I don't think I'm colorblind, but I'm looking at red, right? And like, who's to say that the red that I see and interpret is the same red that you're seeing and interpreting, right?
Yeah, I know. It's called
Describe
color
it.
theory. It's
How do you
it's a
make it?
huge.
How do you
You
make it
can't
feel?
describe. You
Well,
can't
okay,
describe
you
the
think-
color.
How
The
does
thing
it
about
make
color,
you feel?
the thing about color that like makes it so like mind blowing is that you cannot like imagine a new color. You know, all the colors you see, that's exactly it. Like if you try to imagine a new color, you physically can't. You don't know what that even would look like in
Wow, dude.
form of the imagination.
Yeah.
you know?
It's like
one
your
of the
favorite
hardest
color is orange, but like, what if what you interpret as orange is what I interpret as green? So it's like my favorite color is green, your favorite color is orange, and our favorite
Are you
colors
sure
are the
it's green?
same.
How do you know we're interpreting the same
Well,
green?
and-
Well, we're
that
not.
point,
Exactly. That's the point. We're not. What you say is green
on
is
that
not what I would say
specific
is green.
example,
Right.
all you need to go do is go to a pumpkin patch. Say, well, okay, well, which one of these are orange?
Well, no,
Which
but
of
no.
these are
But see,
green?
the thing is,
No,
we go to
listen.
we go to a pumpkin patch, right?
Intensifies.
And-
We
Right,
go to a
right,
pumpkin
right.
patch.
Put the no machine gun down.
Well, just listen. We go to a pumpkin patch, and I point out that pumpkin is orange, right? What I'm seeing is what I think is orange, but that person who also associates that color with orange is seeing what if I was looking through his eyes, I would see green, right? But he knows that color to be orange, so what he's seeing.
I mean, more than likely, you would look through his eyes and see something you've never
Exactly.
seen before. Just like another
It's just
thing.
a completely different
Because I
thing.
think about the
Virtual
infrared spectrum.
reality
There's
comes
so
in.
many
All
colors.
makes me just really want pumpkin spice latte or something. You know, I don't- it's just so much to talk about
Wadden
pumpkins.
says LJ tries to find the grand pumpkin. Can we get a Charlie Brown parody with LJ?
I would
Grand
love that.
pumpkin, LJ Brown.
I want that to be a thing.
It's-
Also, if we were live streaming, like if this were a live show, this would be one of those instances where it'd say, "Oh, tweet at the TTV channel with pictures of
Isn't
official
this
monochrome
live, though?
Lego sets."
Do it anyway.
Because we're talking about. Well, I mean,
You just
It's
put the
a-
pictures
it's
in the
live.
video.
It's kind of like that with taste buds, right? Like you taste certain things and it tastes different to certain people.
Yeah, no, taste is actually
buds are
like the
spook.
most. It has the widest like variety of sensing.
Yeah.
I feel like I guess smell too, but like eyes, I feel like everyone kind of has the same idea of color, and
Well, I
we
mean,
use that
you
and
don't
everything.
know.
Except for the people who are
You
colorblind.
have no clue.
That's
You'd have-
true, though.
there's
You know what
literally
really-
no way to
what
know
really
if
brought
we
this-
see the same or not.
What really brought this conversation to everybody was the dress. Like, was it 2 years ago, 2015?
Stupid
Remember the dress?
I
Don't-
swear to
stupid
God.
dress?
No, don't.
Or like
don't-
some people
no.
saw it a certain way and other people saw it a different way.
The dress is probably my
It wasn't really
favorite
color
internet
blindness,
joke
but like,
of
yeah,
all
it was
time.
like a thing where everyone started arguing about it.
I could only see it as white and gold. I have no idea how people saw it as black and blue.
Well, because everyone uses sight as their like seeing is believing thing. Like sight is the ultimate. If I'm looking at it and you're looking at it, we're seeing the same thing.
you only saw it
But this is
one
the
way,
first time it
huh?
was.
Wait, you only saw it in white and gold? It wasn't white and gold, though.
No,
here we go.
no.
It wasn't.
Not doing this.
It was blue and
It
black.
was though. Shut up.
X, do you have a tragic
Guys.
past with this joke?
Guys,
I don't like the dress thing.
Here, someone
It's-
post a picture of the dress,
no.
please. Can we cut to a clip?
Let's draw this back in.
We don't have to relive it.
See, I don't get you guys. It was both.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't.
Eljay kept switching.
I could not see it.
Okay,
I could only see it one way.
It did switch for me one time. Like one instance, I saw it as white and gold for like a split second, and then I never saw it like that again.
I saw it as black
it
when
kept
I
on
closed
switching.
my eyes.
Like I could never see it, and then it would stay the same. It kept on going back and forth.
That's white
my
and
God.
gold.
It really isn't
No, it's
though.
not.
I used a freaking color picker and everything, and it said it was like yellow.
yeah, but
Listen,
the color picker
I know
doesn't
you
know. It
used
has
your
like
color
a
picker and
crisis
stuff,
going on.
but it looks blue and black, and the dress is actually blue and black. So that is
How
an
do you
official
mess
fact.
up a picture that badly?
You have to look at the
Change all the
context and the
colors like
environment
that.
with which the colors are taking place in.
See, I really tried to make myself see it as white and gold. I just now, but like it makes my head hurt trying to see it, and I just don't. It's black and blue.
It's
all day,
because
every day.
Prpl has only ever seen colors through a computer screen, so she's got no clue what real colors look like.
She's never gone outside to actually see.
Oh, you're a bad artist.
Joke's on you. I just went outside today.
Got him.
Did you hurt yourself?
And
Are you
directly into
okay?
another
Wow,
building.
good job, Purple.
Everybody give Prpl a round of applause.
Did you like hiss at the sunlight?
Maybe. It was really bright today.
Purple, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Like that scene of the
guys
Lego
also
Batman
have
movie. By the way,
snow?
keyword Lego.
Keyword Lego.
10
It's
minutes
like
in
that
here. Let's
every day.
let's start to.
I said Lego
pull this
like a
in.
few
Keyword
minutes
Lego,
ago.
yeah.
I'm just dropping the
Like
keyword again.
Lego, things can be an acquired taste. You know, cilantro, for instance, back to the taste bug example. Cilantro. I cannot.
taste bugs?
Cilantro.
I cannot eat cilantro. It tastes
I don't
disgusting.
think I've ever eaten cilantro. TBQH.
What is a cilantro?
It's like a plant.
It's a plant.
Like a herb or something, right? I don't know. People put it in things.
It's an herb.
Wait, do you say herb?
Herb.
I thought you don't
herb.
use the H, just herb.
I don't know. Actually, I actually switch between the two.
It is
Herb.
herb.
Yeah, I switch between the two. It's sort of like whenever I say like privacy and privacy, I switch between the two
Wait,
pronunciations
privacy.
of that as well.
Okay, I've
So
never
you
heard
switch
privacy
between
before.
normal and British.
But essentially, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so like cilantro, I can't eat it. It tastes disgusting. It literally tastes like I'm eating soap.
You know
Is
what
that
I
like
can't eat?
fries,
I
but
100%
green?
get you.
Here's the
Because
thing.
it's a plant?
Some people love
It's
it.
weird because
I-
like my mom made like nachos one time with like a really like small hint of cilantro. Like I watched her make it, and she like just drizzled like a tiny little bit of cilantro. I ate those nachos. I could not taste anything but cilantro. It completely overpowered the
Would you
entire
have
thing.
tasted it if you didn't know she had put it in?
Well, that's the deep question now, isn't it?
I
It's about the mental
think I would
perception of
because it was a
flavor.
very overpowering taste.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, I hated mushrooms for like the longest time as a kid. I
Me
hated
too.
them.
And I actually
And then-
really like them now.
About like like 2 years ago, a friend of mine's like, "We're gonna go mushroom picking," and I'm like, "I'm not gonna do that. I hate mushrooms." Went anyways with her. I ate them afterwards and was like, "Holy crap! This is the best thing I've ever eaten. This is really good. How have I missed out on this entire time?"
That's awesome.
So I feel like it changes over time.
Well,
you
I
know,
mean, like
taste is
I
one
can
of the things
usually
that can
tell
change.
if there's cilantro in it, like as I'm eating. Like to answer
Yeah,
your
no, I'm
question,
not-
Purple.
I feel
yes,
like-
I can tell if I don't know. I've had meals where I've been able to pinpoint it.
Evoker Tamer is in our live studio audience for the first time today. By the way, join our live studio audience by going to patreon.com/TDV channel. Anyhow, he says that it's genetic.
Yeah.
That cilantro tasting like soap is a genetic thing.
As I've
So
heard,
weird.
but that's what I'm getting at though. Like color, is that also genetic? So like,
It might
let's
be.
say
Honestly, we have no way of knowing because
like,
we keep
I'm
perceiving
I'm
things
looking at the
with our
Temple
own
of
eyes.
Erjitsu right now, right? It is green, blue, and red. Okay, let's bring this back to Lego. Green, blue, and red. Now, Kahi,
No,
you
it's
would look at the
orange.
Temple of Erjitsu and you would also say it's green, blue, and red. But
Yeah.
if I were to transplant my like soul into your mind and look through your eyes and look at the Temple of
Bad
Erjitsu,
idea.
what if to me I would say that looks like orange and yellow and brown, you know? But you
Right,
still
no,
call
totally.
that green,
In fact-
green, blue, and red.
What would be actually even better is if Meso and Eljay switch souls and like look through each other's eyes, and then they were like, "Oh, that's why we have all these stupid arguments about color because you can't see right."
Honestly though, those are some of my favorite conversations, just debating colors with Meso. Because
it's
what we
pretty
used
fun.
to do is when we were like heavily into leaks, and Meso was like the leak connoisseur. we would constantly be debating what color certain pieces from
It's
these
always
leaked
blue.
sets would be. Yeah, it always
Because
comes down to
Lego
blue.
has a
right.
billion shades of blue, so
50
like when
Shades
we're
of
just
Blue.
looking at
50 Shades of Blay,
Shades
sorry.
of
Blay.
blue.
Nice.
So
Right.
it's like whenever we're looking at stuff,
Nice
right,
topical
right.
reference. I'm sure our audience will get it.
It's on the Lego Batman movie. We were talking about it. Bionicle's on the marquee, you know? It's also on the marquee. 50 Shades of Blay.
What's a marquee?
Okay. The marquee is a personal.
50 Shades of Blay. Are you
That's what
talking
it is.
about Star Wars? You know?
Exactly.
Hey, speaking of Star Wars,
Speaking of Star Wars, let's
Oh,
actually
come on.
talk about Lego.
Boo.
let's actually
No,
talk
yeah, I
about
should
Lego
probably
real
do
quick.
that.
Actually, okay, the first thing I want to talk about is that I also got some sets.
Good for you.
This past weekend, I got Fun in the Park, which Eljay, you
Another
got.
one. Join
Yeah,
us.
I
For
got
the
that
record,
last
just
week.
in case
At
You guys
all.
are making me want to get that set.
just
Everybody's
just
getting
to
it.
set the record straight, in case anyone is wondering, there is like zero news today, which is why we felt the need to talk at length about nothing.
There's base. It's one of the, like, we're in the weeks leading up to all the new sets coming out, to where there's no new news, and it's a lull in between movies, and just nothing's coming out right now. Or in between holidays too. Lego's not doing anything right now, so
No,
it's just kind of a
But you got to keep in mind something. We can't talk about anything system related. But if you wanted to get us talking about something, boy, just mention Bionicle and we'll go all out.
Please do not.
Hey, can we talk about G3?
Can we talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about it Saturday.
Minifigures. Can we talk about? Okay, so here's the thing. We found out that the Woody minifigure has longer arms, right?
Yeah,
It does.
Can we talk about arm discussion, and since leg discussion's banned, can we have sizes of arms for
Well,
minifigures?
the interesting thing right now that I'm looking at is with the Fun in the Park, it comes with a whole assortment of people.
Yes.
Some of them are, obviously there's kids with the Hobbit legs, as I've nicknamed them, I guess. I think there's an official name for them, but I just call them the Hobbit legs. But one thing that came
Everyone
with this, I
calls
was
them
actually
the
really
Hobbit
excited to
legs.
get, was the baby carriage and the new baby minifigure. I have not had one of
Babby.
these before. I'm
Yeah,
trying to pull it out here.
maybe it looks cool. I wanna get
Yeah, the baby's fine. Honestly, my favorite minifigure from all this is the guy in the wheelchair, because his clothing is at least normal, and I hadn't realized that beanie piece existed before.
Beanie piece is
Oh,
cool.
I love beanies.
Definitely.
I'm
Meanie
looking at
with a
everyone
beanie.
else.
Beanies are really cool.
Yeah, the thing that actually gets me is that
They're
there's
actually really
two people
lame.
here in overalls. And it's like, really?
Yeah, that's
Why
the
do
thing
two
that
people have
bothers me, because
overalls?
I bought it with the intention of hopefully having some kind of clothing to make sig figs for all you guys, because that's what I'm working on. They're almost done, and I'm very happy with how they're coming along. But I bought
I
that.
hate them.
Nobody here wears the. You haven't seen them.
I
Wears
have.
the
You have
clothing.
posted them. What do you mean I haven't seen them?
Okay, I have
Okay,
a
that's
question.
a
Why did
surprise.
you
You never
buy
commented
this
on
set
them.
again if no one had anything that would be useful?
It's for background characters for me. That's why I bought it for.
I mean,
if
I
ever
still
do a
want
which
little
set is
to get
this
it
again?
because I'm getting
Just a
it.
minifigure.
Give me a
Fun in
moment.
the Park.
Compilation.
It's
Is that one with like
601.
It's really
minifigures?
fun, and it's
yeah, it's
in
a ton
a
of
park.
minifigures. They're all just in
It's
the park.
unique. Basically, like I would buy
That
it
one
just
part.
because like they're
Thank
making
you.
sets like these, and it's worth supporting.
Yeah,
So
I
I'd,
just want to like up the numbers for this, honestly.
Yeah,
Not
this
this one in particular, but I want to see more stuff like this.
Honestly, I bought it because while, it inevitably didn't have anything that anyone wears now, it's still super cool. It's got a lot of really neat pieces, a lot of cool Lego City filler people. It's still a great purchase. I definitely
Yeah.
recommend if anyone's interested in minifigures generally, you can still have a really great set
It's
here.
like a
Especially
sig
like
fig
getting the
starter
giant
pack
city.
almost.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Also, Prpl, I still did
able to
get
get all that
pieces
stuff.
for several people. I got Kahi's hair, I got Fwef's face. It
Oh my
still works
god,
out.
that baby
Yeah,
is
yeah.
adorbs.
And
no,
you-
this baby is like totally adorable. I'm looking at him right now, or her. I guess it could be either.
It's probably smaller
doesn't
than
really say.
you think it is as well. Like you
Honestly, this
Babies
is,
usually
like,
are.
Why don't we just make all the maturing baby figures? And then they can be super small and helpless.
What the?
Thanks, Wadden.
What if Eljay and Meso swapped bodies? This came to mind. Freaky Friday.
Dude, I remember Freaky Friday. What a movie.
Dude,
That was
Freaky
like
Friday
Lindsay
is such a
Lohan's
good
last,
movie.
last great movie, wasn't it?
my
With Lindsay Lohan?
Pretty
I
much.
never
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It was the last great movie. It was Freaky Friday was the last great movie ever. I'm telling you, we will never hit.
Forget the Dark Knight. Forget,
We'll
like,
never
Justice
hit Freaky
League,
Friday
Lindsay
level.
Lohan.
whatever.
Thank you.
No, I mean,
Adam.
like, I feel like that was the last
I
movie
needed
she
that.
did that was like a good movie.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the last movie Lindsay Lohan was in.
Lindsay
I was
Lohan.
about to say The Parent Trap, but I realized there's like a 10-year gap.
Yeah, no,
between
the
them,
Parent Trap
probably.
is old.
Yeah, no, Parent Trap's when she's a kid.
Yeah.
All right.
I really
But yeah,
like
I
Lindsay
did
Lohan
that, and I
when
also
was
got
little.
three Batman minifigures. I got the Red Hood, I got Commissioner Gordon, and I got the other Commissioner Gordon.
Congrats
what's
on
his
not.
name? James
Congrats
Gordon.
on not
James
getting
Gordon.
Jim Gordon.
Jim Gordon.
So
Congrats
You didn't
on
get
not
Harley
getting
Quinn,
duplicates
though.
of Catman.
yeah,
or,
okay. That
no
really
Chariot.
that bothers me because last week when I bought the
Boulders.
park set, there were in my entire Walmart there were only the last 2 Lego Batman minifigure packs. So I was like, you know what? I haven't been having good luck with these. So maybe I
Was
should
it the
just get these
Zodiac
last 2.
mask?
I
it'll
did
be good.
feel. I felt around in the bag for Red Hood, because he has a pretty
You
like
should do that, Eljay.
obvious piece. I mean, the Red Hood's so prominent, and you can basically like feel it as soon as you find it.
Yeah.
So I went through all the things and I felt that for the Red Hood, but I got Commissioner Gordon and Barbara Gordon by like accident. or
I've been
just
burned
random
too many
chance.
times to even
Really
bother anymore because I ended up getting 2 more Chariots, 2 Catmans, 1 Zodiac dude, and the Fairy Batman. So it was a massive loss for me all around.
Big loss.
How's the fairy Batman a loss? I don't understand.
Because it's
the
pink, and
best.
pink is my least favorite color.
Ironically, you're in the
No,
Why?
it's green.
ironically you're in the pink backdrop for a Freaky Friday there.
Oh,
that
Irony.
actually lends more because that's we're switched.
Oh no, yeah, because he swaps
Yeah.
with Meso.
Wow.
That's the whole.
oh,
that's the
dude,
thing,
you even
right?
put
That-
the
no,
names
No, wait, no,
at
they
the
still
top.
no. It's the soul's a swap. So no, you are pink. You're represented by pink.
What?
Never mind. You don't like swap faces.
Well,
You
I mean,
literally
but it's a
just-
representation that we've swapped because
So Commissioner Gordon, his hairpiece. Okay,
you just
I
conceded
thought-
that.
No,
his,
no, that's not how Freaky Friday works. You guys,
Yeah, I know their faces don't switch, but obviously it's a represent. You know what? Okay, well,
Gotta
don't make
win
it
the
better.
race,
Just like
swap that
superimpose like
listen, dude. You were
ghost
like,
images
You
of our
gotta
faces.
draw their souls onto the
Yeah,
picture.
exactly. Thank you.
right. The thing about Commissioner Gordon is that he has a hairpiece that looks like a hairpiece we've gotten before, but it actually isn't. And after we come to the City in the Park, the City People Pack, there's a guy in a plaid shirt. If you look at the photo, I'll see if I can find a photo of him. Here we go. Right, so there's that dude in the plaid shirt. He's sitting on the lunch table. And he has his hairpiece. The Commissioner Gordon figure has something that looks similar, but is actually pretty different. And I wish it came in black because that's what I'd want for my Sigfrid headpiece.
You can
if I
paint it
had it.
black.
Yeah, plaid guy's hairpiece is what I used for you because I
Yeah,
think like
here.
your hair is like bad. I don't really know how you go through so many different hairstyles and none of them are really represented in Lego minifigures.
You have
Yeah,
swapped a
no,
bit.
So
it totally is. Like, my hairstyles are not represented essentially at all in
yeah,
Lego.
Celia.
same with Prpl. That's why I can never make a Sigfig for her.
Wild
Well, I mean,
style.
you made a sig fig for John. Why can't you make one for me?
Because
Hold
I
at
had hair
least
problems for both.
there's something close.
Hold
So-
it.
I
Hold it.
mean,
Prpl. Do you give LJ permission to use Wild Styles hair?
yeah.
That's not
There you go.
fitting.
There you no. It's
No.
I
perfectly
wear my hair in a
fit.
ponytail like every day.
Yeah,
100%
actually, it's
fitting,
pretty-
and it has the colors. She just gave you her blessing. Use it. Now, carry on.
Why are you making all
I
this
just gotta
same
remember that
sig figs,
Prpl doesn't
LJ?
actually look anything like how she draws herself.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I know, but at the same time, it's just you don't make
Well, I
me
mean-
happy.
I mean, minifigures don't have like noses and stuff either, but like you still roll with it
Inaccurate.
anyway.
The nose.
I'll see what I can do. Now I gotta
Wild
figure
Style is
out.
actually a pretty good. I guess it's pretty close.
Does anyone
to
know
what
where I can find
Prpl
like
would
a
look like.
Lego Snuggie? Because at this point, I'm pretty sure it's like
No,
biologically
we can
a
Lego
part
ideas
of
for
you.
it though.
You just
Lego
use a
Snuggie
cape and put it in the front.
2017.
man, I just
All right,
you disappoint me.
what's going on news docket?
It disappoints
Since
a
we're,
lot of people.
We got
going
people
back and forth.
clamoring for stuff in the
Yeah,
chat.
I don't think they realize that we actually have to fill out an hour-long podcast with this news discussion.
So first up on the news this week is Mattel. Actually, it is this article about Mattel and how they're going to challenge Lego's brick building dominance.
Good
or
luck
so
with that.
on Fortune magazine. Essentially, it talks about Mattel and what they're planning to do with Mega. So this is one of Lego's biggest competitors, obviously enough. Mega Bricks, or now what is it called?
Mega Constructs now.
Mega Construct now. And the idea is that initially, when they bought over the brand, because they want to challenge Lego, obviously enough. Mattel and Lego are the biggest competitors right now in the toy market. And they bought over the Mega brand, and they wanted to bring their own thing to it. So, like, a lot of the Barbie, Hot Wheels, all that stuff is being like brought into that. But they're also taking like the Mega Blocks and putting them in different other lines. So like they're making like a Hot Wheel set and it has Mega Bricks in it, for example. And they're doing all this other things in order to make their stuff more like constructible. I don't know what they're gonna do with Barbie. They might do a competitor to Friends, I guess, kind of. But essentially, they also have an American Girl brand. Mega does. So that might kind of fill that void.
Save them.
A couple of things. First of all, I don't think this is going to succeed for them. I'd be surprised if it does. They really just need to stick to what they're doing, which is picking up every IP Lego doesn't have or has given up.
Yeah.
And
this has already happened 100%, but it happened in the way of Battleborn and Overwatch, and it did not work out for Battleborn at all.
Rest in peace.
Exactly.
So, right.
And the other thing is, what a terrible name, Mega. It sounds like an evil corporation from like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Mega.
Like by and large.
Yeah, by and large. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Tell me frappe.
It's like, come get your
She's never
Mega
gonna pay out
coffee.
those frappes.
Mega Mart.
Yes.
Have a mega
I feel
good
like-
time.
So one thing they kind of like throw shade at Lego in this article by Fortune is that they actually say that, hey, whenever we make a figure of, like a little action figure, we try to make it look as close to the actual figure as possible. Kind of throwing shade at like the minifigure and how it's different or has its own like unique style.
It's a stylistic choice.
Which I feel, I like minifigures. I feel like it makes them more unique, and it like has this generalized style they can apply everything else to. But some people do like the more articulated forms of the mega figures. I don't know what you call them.
I really don't think they have a name.
I'm not
Mega figs.
I'm not sure if they have a name or not, but I don't know. They're definitely really, really cool. I think they're a unique aspect of the Mega brand. I like them all, especially like the Halo
I'm glad
figures.
they did that.
Halo
the Halo
figures are
figures, like
fantastic.
all the stuff that they do for that, I feel like that does make their brand a bit more unique.
Yeah.
And so I'm down for them trying to separate themselves away from Lego, doing things that Lego won't do, taking up like the licenses that deal with war, for example, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Halo. They have all those licenses.
Destiny.
They got a Despicable Me
Destiny,
license as well.
Oh,
Now, the thing
Shivers.
that I'm kind of salty about, I guess, is that they managed to grab a hold of some of the Nintendo lines, specifically Pokemon.
Yes,
They
me
announced
too.
that they are launching a new constructible Pokemon line
And those figures are
this summer.
Yeah.
And it's just like a thing where, I had just kind of thought that Nintendo wasn't the kind of company to do that. And if they did, obviously Lego's to kind of go for it. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a fan of them, going with Mega instead of Lego.
100%.
Especially with all the ideas we've seen for Zelda and everything. I'd love to see that. And no, we can't.
Yeah.
I agree completely. Well, like some of the figures look pretty good, like Charizard for Mega Constructs, but then you have some figures like Pikachu. And Pikachu
Are
is
those the only
nightmare.
show? Pikachu and Charizard?
No, there's a bunch more. And to be fair, there's more hits than misses, I think. But some of them just creep me out.
Yeah.
There's a Gyarados that's really cool.
It just
Here, I'll post
That's-
a
Way
picture.
to look
I
this up.
understand why people have an issue with, the two different sides. Specifically talking about minifigures, because these look fine, but they're also not minifigure scale. They're not small. But it occurred to me when I was looking at these minifigures, the reason why they work for Lego so well is because Lego is entirely bricks and blocks and squares and cubes and sharp edges, and a minifigure is too. Mega Constructs, usually, their sets are a lot curvier, but they try and incorporate
Curvy.
realistic
That base.
figures with mostly
Real sets
brick-built
have
designs.
curves. I'm sorry. I needed to.
Okay. All right. Don't worry. we'll leave that statement in.
Nice, but
I feel like you do have a point with that. And I think like one thing about Mega as well, they really don't have any like internally developed intellectual properties. As mentioned in the article too, how they point to stuff like Lego Friends and Ninjago as being like internally developed lines that Lego has its own franchises that they use to promote their own sets. And Mega Construct really doesn't have any of those as of right now. I know they've tried in the past, but there's no, they haven't had that kind of pop culture hit they're wanting. And so with Lego branching out into movies, they can use their own intellectual property or use like licenses in order to do something. It's not as well recognized with Mega, and they're going to have a real hard time even like shaking that Lego ripoff feel. Like, I feel like I'm never going to see a Mega movie. You know what I'm saying? The same way the Lego movie is like its own brand.
Yeah. Like the Neo Shifters movie.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
I mean, oh man, I forgot about those.
Those are so annoying. They broke so easily, even though they weren't high quality.
Isn't that right, Mega Constructs? Not high quality. Oh.
Prpl.
Okay. You know what? I appreciate that.
Right,
so you
let's do the
focus off me.
Let's do the last 2 bits
you
of
ever seen the
news.
video where like the old lady like falls over during a news broadcast and like she's just like moaning in pain? That's how it sounds. It's just the silliest thing
watch
ever.
Videos of old people falling over.
I thought you were trying to imitate a dog, and I was like, wow.
Bark.
Like a seal.
Bark.
Wow.
Anyway.
All right, moving on from that. Let's talk about a couple new sets that were revealed recently over the past week.
What about the Ninjago name?
I mean, they're pretty straightforward.
We kind of knew exactly what we were getting months in advance.
90% of our audience is like clamoring for us to talk about them, and I'm like,
I mean, we
Are you
already
sure
talked
it's
about it
90%
back
or
when we
not?
I don't really
Yeah,
want to.
yeah,
I just
like
want
a million
to
years ago.
address them like. I want to address them early on in the podcast. That's all it is. Like,
all right, sure.
We're addressing them right
BrickFeed's
now.
reporting on the full list of Ninjago names. That's all it is. And we have known some specifics about the sets, but in particular, we now know, like, confirmed. I can't even say the word confirmed. Confirmation's been given as to the biggest sets. The Destiny's Bounty as predicted, but then there's the $300 set that's still a mystery. The other big mystery set is a temple of some kind, apparently called the Temple of the Ultimate, which sounds kind of
The ultimate what?
Yes.
Nobody knows. And for any doubters who are still like, well, I don't know, maybe they'll be really huge sets, even though we got pictures of them a while ago. Yeah, the Fire Mech and the Green Dragon will all be downscale. I don't foresee them retailing for any more than 80.
I looked up because the Green Dragon has about 550 pieces, I believe.
It's probably gonna be like 60, 50 or 60.
Probably about 40. I think.
Yeah.
40?
Yeah, I think it'd be about 40.
It's
Really?
based on the
Either or.
movie property. I'm pretty sure they're gonna bump
Oh
that
yeah,
price
you're right.
once
They
it's
might
out.
bump it up for the movie.
It's a movie thing.
The
so-
RRP is listed as €54.99.
Got him.
Pounds. I'm not sure how that translates.
I'm going to buy it like instantly. I don't care how
It
expensive it
translates
is.
to money.
Or bad looking. So really,
What if it really looks bad
Ouch.
though, Purple? Will you still buy it?
I have
listen,
to.
she
I
buys
have like every
Lego
other
elves,
Ninjago
dragons.
dragon. Yeah, I have
Oh,
like
that's
every
true.
dragon I
I
can
only have
afford.
Woo's Dragon because all of the other ones are kind of.
I really want to get Woo's Dragon. Woo's Dragon looks like the most interesting to me.
it's awesome. I can
I
tell
really
you
like
100%.
Woo's Dragon.
Like,
Yeah.
It's an awesome set. Have it. So for
the-
any people who are like really wanting us to discuss these names, like there's only 2 things to learn from this. Number 1, there's a set called Master Falls, which confirms that Wu will die on the Ninjago movie.
Or
You
it's
heard it
like
here first, folks.
waterfalls.
No, I'm kidding. The Master Falls. And secondly, just we know the set number is assigned to the names. So for anybody still clinging on to hope that the ninjas' vehicles are going to be huge sets, check expectations. They're not. All of them are small-ish. Not small, like ridiculously small, but the comparison to the Emmett mech is very apt.
Mm-hmm.
And that puts an end to all of those wish list speculations. But there's really nothing else here to discuss because it's vague. We haven't seen the movie.
I mean, listen,
Or
that
the
is
names.
today. That's everything today was. There's really nothing here to discuss.
Yeah, it's just
Exactly.
Do we know when we're getting the sets yet?
no idea. I
There's
really
no
hope we
idea.
get them
No,
before the
it's
movie.
probably-
Probably a month before the movie.
Hopefully
Based
so.
on the Toy Fair press release from New York Toy Fair, August 1st, but I'm not sure how reliable
A
that is.
comparative.
Oh, gee, August is going to be a busy month.
Comparatively, like every movie the Lego Movie and the Lego Batman have released in February, and they've launched their sets in January. But that's also when they normally launch their sets anyways. So, like, for a new movie launching in September, we don't know. Some people are saying it's the month before the movie comes out. That's when they do it. But again, it might have just lined up, like, February, it lines up with the winter release. Usually that happens around December, January. So this time we do have a summer release that happens, like kind of July, August-ish. So maybe that's when that will be released.
Different.
There was a stupid rumor we were hearing. Well, I say stupid, it might be true, that it was going to release after the movie. I don't think so. That makes no sense.
It sounds quite dumb.
I don't understand like Lego's mentality on having parents go to the movie with their kids, come out and go to the Lego store and not be able to buy anything.
Then again, they also have this annoying habit of releasing sets after Christmas every year, which also makes no sense to me.
It does.
They released it after Christmas to clean the stock of the sets from the last year.
Genius.
Yeah. It's actually a really good strategy.
Yeah, and then when people have like
stuff
their Christmas
for Christmas,
money.
but there's new stuff as well. I want that
remember,
as well, Mom.
Remember the idea here is Lego selling to retailers, not actual customers. So
not consumers.
Not directly to consumers. So they have to clear stock to actually sell all their products.
Right, so they can replace all the expended Lego stock.
Yeah, exactly.
With new products.
Magic Hands of Time in the chat says the Lego Movie also had sets that came out after the movie came out.
Another wave of sets came out after the movie.
Another wave
Which
of sets.
Ninjago will also probably have.
Yeah.
Yes, that
because
makes sense.
there are sets that aren't in this first
Batman
wave,
had
like
it too.
Cole's vehicle.
Yeah.
Am I wrong in that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Batman had some sets.
Batman has a couple. He had. No, I think you might be right.
He had
the one new Batmobile.
Correct.
Yeah, the new Batmobile. Okay.
Also comparatively, this isn't a movie set, obviously, but another like.
Oh wait, yeah, nope, yeah, duh. It's not that. It's the Two-Face vehicle, the Bane vehicle, the Scarecrow. vehicle,
that's what I thought. I was like, especially Scarecrow. I remember Scarecrow coming out because he was only the pizza out beforehand.
Existing because I blacked out the Two-Face tractor from my mind because it was so stupid.
Another set that is a comparative piece count, 530 for the Nexo Knights Black Knight mech was $40 at retail. I don't actually know if they mark things up for the movie sets or not, but if they do, then yeah, it might be about 50.
It's a little bit difficult to tell right now because the only two examples we have are the Lego Movie, which has licensed characters in it, and the Batman movie, which is a licensed
movie
deal.
So we don't know yet.
This is the first original Lego movie that presumably, we haven't seen it yet, won't have any licensed characters.
So hopefully it won't be but we'll see.
At this point, yeah, I mean, like, Lego does have a habit of including licensed characters in its movies, though. So
we'll see.
It's a presumption. It's not set in stone. Right. There's no precedent.
I did have to point out, completely unrelated to this conversation, but the Black Knight mech that I posted, the main minifigure of this has hobbit legs. The core hero.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
In fact,
he's useless.
The only actual normal minifigure here is just the villain throwaway that they threw in here.
Well, he's worthless, Var. There's no merit to having him.
It's because he's a kid. That's why.
I just wanted to point that out.
So of course
he's also.
I know. I mean, like, so if we have a kid main character in BIONICLE D3, then sure, he can have hobbit legs.
It's like, he's trash now. The set is garbage.
I mean,
that $40 price tag has been scaled down now.
I would still say. I mean, yeah, exactly. That's what they only charge $40 for a 500-piece set. No, for real though. Let's move on to the two new sets that are just coming out. Jedi Starfighter with Hyperdrive and the Technic 40-year anniversary model. Both of these were announced. The Jedi Starfighter is, I think it's been 10 years since the last one?
Yes, it's been roughly 10 years.
It's a set based on episode 2, which I feel like doesn't really get a lot of sets made from it, honestly.
It sucks. I mean, what?
It's not the greatest. You're right.
They burned out all their clone vehicles way back in the day, and now nobody cares.
Part of the thing is that, again, this is the issue I have with Star Wars kind of always, is that they will take the sets and then they kind of re-release them a bit later. When I saw this, I actually... Well, now they first linked it to me, or we were talking about what new news came out, and I literally thought it was a set that had been released already, and that's why I didn't flag it up on the docket. It's what you would expect from a Star Wars set. It has Obi-Wan, it has the Boba Fett, Jango Fett. I don't have any hype for this.
Woo.
Don't be offended, X. It's just how it is.
X, what do you think? You collect some Star Wars stuff, right?
The proportions on on the ship is weird because like the cockpit is very tall compared to the rest, and it just pulls me off. I know why it's there though. It's because so you can separate the cockpit from the little ship. It's a thing they have with that type of ship, and they've done that before in the past, but it just messes up with the overall look. The previous rendition that they had of this, the circular space station thing, they didn't have that ugly, transparent Technic beam under there. They have that on this one, and it's also $140, and the last version of this was like 40 or 50, so it's underwhelming.
Did we ever get a minifigure for Kid Boba Fett?
I think we did.
You can get Kid Boba Fett in Star Wars Advent calendars, so there's nothing exclusive here.
Let me see. Boba Fett.
I have it. He's right here.
He's right there.
He's right there.
He has the tiny legs and everything, it's great.
Yeah, the little hobbit legs.
Yeah.
There are only two. There've up until this set, there have only been two, and one of them is in that, and the other one was released in
Hold up.
What year? It's not telling me. 2002. There we go.
So, wait, Kid Boba Fett with short legs was released in 2002?
Yeah, the first one was, and then a second one released in 2013, which is the one X is talking about.
With the short legs.
Both of them have short legs. Yeah.
So why do people call them hobbit legs?
Just because
I just said people don't call them
that's something that we call them.
I've seen it before. I've seen it before in the community. It's like because you were like,
Sure, I mean, like
it doesn't really matter what they're called.
But
people know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the thing that hobbit legs, as opposed to like short legs. Something. As soon as I say hobbit legs, people know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I've nicknamed
True
them.
enough.
But that being said, that's not their official name. I was talking about this earlier in the episode. It was like I don't know their official name. I just nicknamed them hobbit legs.
Makes it.
Posterity.
So every time someone says posterity, I think they're about to say posterior.
Of course you do.
Are you a 4-year-old?
You
Raise
have
the posterior.
You see, Prpl, you have posteriors on the mind, which makes you a butthead.
Are you a 3-year-old?
Why'd you have to laugh?
Yeah. AT, can you just cut Prpl's laugh? Like, cut that. Or like just have a silence and then Prpl laughs and then it's like, oh, she's alleviating this awkward situation.
Yes.
I don't know why you do this.
And then leave in Kahi's explanation on what to do.
Exactly. Leave that in though. All right. So the 40-year Technic anniversary model, the car chassis. I'm sorry, chassis. It looks like
Happy
chassis.
40
Chassis.
years, Technic.
You say
Congrats
chassis?
on lasting 4 times as long
I did
as
say chassis. I was like reading it and I was like, and I immediately was like, no, what? Chassis.
Chassis? Really?
Yeah.
Really,
I was reading
Gotta
it.
put herbs in the chassis.
It does. Listen, I'm not saying I messed up, but it looks like chassis. Right? That's what you're looking at.
Well, I tried.
Oh no, how dare someone read something wrong.
Kind of like how we always say cachet, even though it's cash.
Cachet, yeah.
How's catch?
What?
What?
Where did the T come from?
You don't say the T in catch! It's just catch! Atch!
Gonna
What? Do you think the E is silent?
Yeah, it's not like they're not silent before.
Well, actually, I guess it is silent, but it contributes to the shish sound.
Cachet.
Cash.
Spanish is
Prpl,
so
you
much
need to cash.
easier, just like
Shut
all the
up.
Yeah,
letters.
here's the problem. Here's the
make the
freaking
sound.
problem. English doesn't have accent marks. Why not?
I don't know.
Why can't we
why
have
do we
accent
have
marks?
stupid? Why do we have
Because the
like
accent
one
is usually
letter represent
on
two,
the
like
second
so
to
many
last
different
syllable.
phonetic sounds? Why is that? Why is that a thing? Why do we have different rules for like, oh, and just in this word, for whatever reason, it makes this phonetic sound instead of, or it's silent.
Because it's
or
funny
whatever.
to hear you, like, mispronounce things.
Listen, man. The
Yeah,
only
basically.
thing we freaking need is accent marks, and then everything is fine.
Agreed.
Oh, that's it. Just accent
Well,
marks.
How would it make
in
things
the word
fine?
chassis, though, you still need to denote that the last S is silent. Because if you've never seen this word before and you're just reading it, it's like chassis is what you're
Hello,
thinking.
everyone.
I'm
English
still thinking in
cast.
terms of like cash, right? Like the E. If
Okay,
there,
yeah, I get you.
If we get accent marks for that E, we'd know exactly how to pronounce
But
that.
like, but the accent marks would just kind of denote it. Being,
Cachet.
like, in this case, it would be silent.
You know, it wasn't a
Like, it would
cachet
be
because
cash.
if it was a cachet, it'd have like the the line on top.
We gotta clear the cache, guy.
Oh my gosh.
So we're drawing this out because there's nothing really to talk about.
This is why we weren't supposed to get into the news right away.
Yeah, so
I can't.
all y'all just
Let's
chill.
get raw into the
Into the news. Anyway,
I mean, did we talk about the rumor about Nexonites?
Yeah.
We talked about it last week.
Gosh darn it.
the ending rumor
no,
or
I know,
the
man.
rumor?
It's still the rumor about it
Okay.
ending.
The same rumor.
It's it's nothing more to happen.
we can
when
talk
when
about
there's news, we'll update you.
Gonna talk about message board things. I'm good at doing that.
It'd
Anything
really
going
suck
on?
if Nexonites ended. I feel like it's probably the closest example of something similar to Bionicle being made at the moment.
In which case, it'd be
That's the
fitting
thing
if
that
it
I've been
ended
thinking
early.
about. Lego's been canceling some lines pretty early. If this is true, that means it's 2 story themes they've canceled 2 years into it. So I don't know what that necessarily means. I don't know how well it's selling. I don't know how well it's
If I had
done.
to guesstimate, it would not guesstimate. If I just had to take a guess at Lego's way of thinking, it's that Ninjago has raised the bar for what people can expect from story themes, and anything that doesn't meet Ninjago's level isn't given the same amount of attention or praise.
Or this might be an alternate theory, and it's a crackpot
Why am I
theory, so I don't think
Beavis?
it's a sign of anything.
Because she's a butthead.
But why do
He's
I
the
have to
butthead.
be Beavis, though? Why couldn't it be like you?
Yeah, actually, that's a
Because
good
people
question. Why
like
wasn't
us
it you?
as a duo.
It's like, Wadon asked, well, if Prpl is butthead, who is her Beavis? And I said you.
Sigh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
So
to
you have to
agree
blame.
with this
You can blame
notion.
LJ for that. So okay, here's what I'm thinking. Another possibility is not a Bionicle coming back theory, but it might be also that they're rethinking story themes in terms of can we make this into a movie, and therefore right now the Ninjago show is a long running show that they don't want to cancel per se, and that's why they're going forward with it. You know, we had those rumors beforehand what's going to happen to Ninjago, and it turns out they're going through with it. But they might be like, okay, well, Nexo Nights is not a beloved TV show yet. Maybe we can, put the kibosh on that, turn it into a movie, and rework all that.
Likely.
That might be another thing that they're doing, because normally Lego lets the lines go out for the 3 years, even if they do, so much. So that if they're canceling lines early because of factory space or whatever, this might be another thing of the storylines where they're like, what if we try this? Crackpot theory, there's no base in reality for that
Well,
whatsoever.
as I said last week, it'd be a shame to see Nexonites go, but if it has to be ended before it devolves to the Chima set level, then end it.
I'd like
It
to see
already
a,
has.
Next Rumble Bear.
I mean, I
No,
wonder
what
what
do you mean-
other
what do
story
you
themes
mean,
they're going to do.
What
past
do you mean
this.
it already has?
The last wave of Nexonites was
Listen,
it was something.
I understand it might not be stellar, but it's not to this level yet. That was Chima's last wave. That was like Chima's last set was that thing. We're not at that point
I mean,
yet.
Yeah,
it kind of looks like a Nexonite set, actually, to be honest.
No!
It kind of reminds
it
me
look-
of
it
some
look-
of the.
it
looks like
some of the Golem sets.
Yeah, I mean, like Jestro's evil mobile or whatever kind of gives me similar vibes.
I do
mean,
actually think
if it
they
was
might
blue
have
and
reached that level.
orange, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
kinda
know.
like
I think
Meso.
blue and orange, it wouldn't be Jestro's.
No, I know. I'm talking about the
Jokers.
set Meso had linked.
The thing about Nexonites though is that I just think it's a huge missed opportunity because we've seen it teased in the Book of Monsters. There's so many good ideas for villains that they have, and then we just got rocks,
Gargoyles.
Here's the thing with
but,
Nexonites. I would like more structure sets and less vehicle sets. I think we've had
Or
two
if
waves
it's
of
Lego in
nothing but
general.
vehicles. I think we can
Or if they're gonna make vehicles, try making them look distinct from one
yeah.
another.
Let's get a few more structure
it's
sets.
just everything with wheels.
But again, we're talking about this as AFLLs. AFLLs tend to like structure sets more. That's why all the expensive things are structures, and why all the cheap things for kids are vehicles. I totally get
no, but
you.
you can't make
100%, 110%. I want my
vehicles
structure
I just don't
sets. I
understand.
also realize
think-
that we don't know any sales data. Maybe
I don't
vehicles sell
understand
just
why
crazy.
Nexonites
Instructors
why they
don't.
would actively go back on what Chima and Ninjago established, making character-specific vehicles that look unique from one another, and then give the only person who has a recognizable vehicle Lance because he has horses, and everybody else is just carbon copies with trans orange everywhere.
You can
I don't get
make interesting and unique vehicles. They've done that with Ultra Agents to a degree.
Yes, okay. Ultra Agents does not get enough love.
Yeah.
Ultra Agents was absolutely fantastic.
I actually don't
It was
remember too
just-
much of Ultra
they
Agents.
just
I was a
couldn't
fan of
build too much on it.
They-
what's the Alpha Team?
Ultra Agents had some really good vehicle
got it.
sets.
Ultra Agents.
Let me look at them.
Ooh,
Yeah,
man.
I've
What
actually
they
got
need
one.
to do-
I remember Alpha Team, they had that gimmick where like you could turn one vehicle into another vehicle. You know, it was like there's
I
a plane
remember that.
and you could like, turn into a thing.
It was when Lego
Yeah.
really likes their dual functions, because that came out around the time that Tonuva did. Tonuva were doing dual weapon functions.
Yep. It
Honestly,
was around that time
there's
too.
one easy fix for Nexo Knights'
Bring my uncle
vehicles.
back. Oh.
They just cancel it and make Exoforce again.
Yes, that is a fix, but
Nexoforce.
just make the colors monochromatic.
Yes!
Just make them the same
What?
color. Different shades of the same color. Like
Yeah, because the thing with Nexo Knights, what they did
'Cause
is
here,
that they
what's
have like the main Nexo color, and then they also have the
Exactly.
personalized color.
Yeah, there are just
and that
too many
clashes.
colors.
Or how about they don't do that and do what every other Lego theme always does and just make Macy's vehicle red and Clay's vehicle blue because kids aren't idiots and they don't
that's
need
what
to
he was
have-
Just
saying.
what I said.
Yeah, you literally just repeated what he
So,
said.
I know
different-
what he was saying.
You said, and I quote, different shades of the same
Yeah,
color.
that's
No,
called
he was talking-
Per
monochrome.
vehicle.
He's saying make it monochrome, as in one
Meso,
vehicle
we
is
can
red.
make some of it blue. It's
Monochrome doesn't
To be-
just
to be
mean different
fair-
shades of gray. It means
Right, no,
different
but like,
shades
to
No,
be
of
fair,
that's
different
Star
too,
color.
like
Wars.
you saw, Meso thought you were talking about the entirety of the line, not individual
Yeah.
sets.
Oh,
If you
what?
have a,
Yeah, no,
if
that's
each,
stupid.
each individual set is a different color, you like
Literally
using monochrome.
make them like
and,
the
and
mechs.
incapacity is
Yeah,
a little
no,
like.
he-
The
Exactly.
mechs are some
The
of
mechs
the
did
best
good.
I don't know,
Nexo Knight sets
monochrome was the
because
best
their
use in
color
that
schemes
instance.
are distinct. They're fantastic. They look good.
Look
Just
at these
make all the
vehicles,
other
man.
vehicles like that.
Dude, the Interceptor, I have that set. It's so good.
Dude, the
Yep.
punching tank, you know, it's dark tint. Make this, you know.
The invisible gold getaway, the hero vehicles, whatever. but
Yeah,
look at
part
that
of
dude.
the thing with
So
the Nexo
cool.
Knight sets too is that they're really, really good. But I've noticed this every time I go to buy one. It's that like I can never quite tell what I'm getting from the box art alone. It takes me having to build it and like play around with it to know just like how good the set actually is.
Because they have like hidden
Yeah, they've got
features.
hidden features, but it's
Yeah.
like the design gets muddied a lot with the color schemes. I feel like with what they're
Yeah.
using, it's just like it's hard to really tell what you're looking at. Like the General Magmar's siege machine, I have that set, and I had no clue what it actually looked like from the box alone until I actually built it. And I love that
Right.
set, but like looking at pictures of it, pictures don't do it justice. I feel like pictures don't do most of the Nexo Knight sets justice either.
That's why
Makes
I hear a lot about the Nexo Knight sets. They're good sets. On a photograph, they just don't look as good as they do in
Put it
real life.
this way, I said it last week. It's not so much that I think the Nexo Knights rumor is true that it's ending, but it would not surprise me if it was. That's
Okay, you know what?
basically it. Like, I
Honestly,
can
you know what they
believe
should
it.
do? Because I'm looking at the somewhat like the Ultra Agents talk reminded me of something that I thought, you know what? Why didn't they do this? Lego should just like fully commit to a cinematic universe type of deal, where like because Ninjago has like all
you
the
and your
they have all the
freaking
realms and
cinematic
stuff.
universes.
I'm just saying
I
that
really
like
don't like it every
two of
time
the-
you have to
two
talk
of the
about
villains
cinematic
in
universes.
Ultra Agents are elemental masters. They are the elemental masters in Ninjago, and so like if Lego's gonna do all the the different themes and stuff, they could just like tie it all in to a thing. Have a in Ninjago, if you had an Ultra Agents vehicle show up, chasing one of the elemental masters. I'm spitballing here, but like essentially like if you have that, you have an avenue because they're all part of the same Lego. Like Lego's producing all of them, so if they cross promote sets and different shows.
Well, Chima and Ninjago we know exist in the same world, but that's about it.
Right, and isn't Chima one of the realms or
It
something?
is.
Because
Yes,
we see.
Chima is one of the realms.
Yeah.
At the very least, it's a joke. But yeah, it is shown as being as one of the realms.
Right, so like
I don't know if
you
Nexo
can,
Knights is.
I remember like I was talking to I talked to Tommy Anderson when Nexo Knights was launching, and like I jokingly asked him like, "Hey, is there a chance for a crossover? Or is like is there like a Nexo Knights movie that's gonna tie into everything?" And he's like, well, he's like, obviously we can't talk about it, but he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
This is one of those things. I feel like that might be something if Lego's going to do this whole TV show thing going forward and all this stuff. That might be something they look into. I feel like that would give a better incentive for some fans to watch other shows, for example.
That would actually be really cool because, I
Right?
know the DC shows, which people actually like, unlike
Right,
the movies
exactly.
that everybody
DC shows are
hates,
a
they
great
do this
example
all
of
the
this.
time. They do crossover events, 4 different shows come together for a 5-show special event crossover.
Heroes of Tomorrow or something.
Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow,
Legends of
Flash, and Supergirl recently got added to that as well, and they do giant crossovers. So, like, I would watch a Ninjago Chima Nexo Knights crossover where they all, like, have to go together somehow to fight against the
Only
bigger
if
threat.
Laval
That'd be
dies. Again.
Yes,
I mean, like,
Laval
part of the thing
sacrifices
is-
himself heroically.
Part of the thing is Ninjago has a very active, very committed fan base, and I haven't seen that level of fandom applied to the other active LEGO themes.
Not even close.
Chima or Nexo Knights, I don't I don't see them having that thing in the fandom. If you can
Nope.
get at least some people, some of the fans who are invested in Ninjago to watch Nexo Knights because there's a crossover happening or because something's going on in that, I feel like you can get some of that audience, that fandom, doing crossover fan fiction or doing, that kind of thing. Like, just be able to involve them a bit more on that. Just a thought.
Oh, I
Definitely.
guess that is some news. Magic Hands on Time in our comment in our live studio audience mentioned something that the Hagman brothers had tweeted out. Hagman brothers, if you don't know, they're the writers for the LEGO Ninjago show, and they're also going to be, I believe, contributing to the movie.
They're listed in screenwriter credits for the movie. I don't know how much of that they actually wrote.
Yeah.
If they did rewrites or they did anything, but
In any case, they did
people
tweet
mean
something
to me
out
anything.
like a day or two ago asking what people would like to see if Ninjago had a TV show spin-off series.
It's your idea, Eldrin.
Oh, yeah, my idea? I suggested something to them, which they seem to at least like a little bit. I suggested a buddy cop show between Dareth and Ronan with their pet car Rex, and you'd call it Lego Ninjago, Surrender, or Fun.
surrender or fun?
That's something.
It's a dumb Valky reference. But I would no lie, I would watch a Dareth Ronan buddy cop show.
I do think Dareth and Ronan would be an interesting thing. The only problem is that Ronan brings a lot to that team and Dareth brings nothing.
Are you kidding? Dareth is everything of that team.
There would probably be like try to be like the leader guy, and Ronan is always getting him out of trouble.
Exactly. It's like, two
No, I mean,
best
like-
friends, Dareth and Ronan, on their great crime-busting adventures.
You guys ever see that movie Green Hornet?
Yes, I
Where,
did
like,
actually.
No.
So it would be the same thing where like Dareth is like this bumbling idiot, and then Ronan's the actual skilled person that has to get him out of everything.
Yeah, of course.
I do like
Or like,
I do like the idea of pairing Ronan up with someone though. I think he's a great like Han Solo-esque
Just
kind
not
of like
with Neo.
smuggler or like
Prpl, like Mob Psycho 100 with what's his name?
Jenna?
oh yeah Mob Psycho 100. They have the
Same kind of
who's
dynamic.
that kid?
Yeah, I think
Their names.
I think that Ronan and Dareth would be the best, because Ronan, he's the straight man here. He's the guy that looks everything as like, great, we got to deal with this. And Dareth, he's the comic relief.
He's coasting
Yeah,
through
but like
life.
what skills does Dareth have that Ronan needs?
He
Every
can
skill.
become like...
Have you not seen the well, no, you might actually not have seen the show, but Dareth is skilled in so many different types of martial arts. He says it every
Oh,
time.
yes.
And he controlled an army of stone what are the stone army?
Warriors.
Thank you, warriors. That was the word I was looking
Dareth's the distraction, and
for.
also
He can talk
maybe,
to
like, he has
sharks.
maybe Dareth has contacts or like weird skills. Like Dareth's like MacGyver, you can get out of anything if he just
He's
like
the
give
brown
you like
ninja.
random objects.
He's the master of hot
All right.
air.
Yeah, like I can do anything. Just give me some string and like.
Prpl, as our resident like Ninjago expert,
Yo.
She is.
what do you think? Pitch me something.
Oh, I can't pitch stuff on the spot.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. How about just what would you like to see in the spin-off?
Honestly, I want to see stuff with the Elemental Masters.
No,
Like,
Purple.
because it's
Okay,
like
as actually I can see that.
they have like so much potential.
yes,
It's like-
so much potential. And here's why I hate prequels. Any show with the Elemental Masters, they're all dead. Into the show. Doesn't matter what they do.
No, I
doesn't
meant
matter
like
what
the
danger
ones
they're
from
in,
the
they're dead.
Tournament of
No, like-
Elements.
Oh,
Like
what if
Prpl.
it's a
What
show
if
of
the
the
TTV
Elemental
podcast
Masters?
was a
and
prequel?
It's like the mid. It's like the in between from like the giant war and then when they're all running from the Ultra Agents, and they're committing
That'd
the
be cool.
crimes and the Ultra Agents
I
trying to
would-
stop them.
I would watch a show with the Elemental Masters from Tournament of Elements.
Yeah.
You and your cats, kill the cat.
Dude, what is with your cats? You gotta keep the cats out of the recording thing.
It's so cute.
They're just contributing. They're honorary hosts at this point.
They've said more than some cast members have on this podcast. I'll give them that.
I think it'd be funny if, like, the Elemental Masters, it would be, like, taking place during the other seasons, but it's just like, oh, what are they doing? And
Where
it's
are
like,
they now?
all this stuff is happening to the Ninjago, and they're just like, what the heck? Or whatever.
What if, like, the Elemental Masters were, like, actually saving Ninjago while the ninja are goofing off? Like, there's, like, a billion other, like, world-ending events that happened, that nearly happened, and they, like, saved the world, but no one recognized them.
That would be great.
Oh, he's purring.
All right. Well,
I think it's about time we end this.
I think it's time we wrap this up.
Finally.
It should have ended like 10 minutes ago. I regret nothing.
Meow.
I'm glad your regret is at an all-time low bar. Thanks for listening to the TTV BrickFeed Podcast. As always, you can find more episodes on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TTV channel. Hit that notification button to be alerted of any new videos we come out with, including the Mock Spotlight, which is coming out pretty soon, as well as the TTV Podcast, where we talk about G3. Also, if you want to get things early and be part of our live studio audience, patreon.com/TTV channel and board.tvchannel.com for our message boards. You can join our community and talk about all sorts of great stuff. Make your own Ninjago
It's a
page.
pretty neat place.
There's things.
We'll see you next week. No, don't ask him anything. Or don't. We'll pull this down.
Or what's up?
The cat was just like on me, and then he fell down off the chair. Was like clawing at the chair for dear life as he fell backwards.
You are abusing our co-hosts.
We'll see you guys next week. I'm Jonathan.
I'm there. Meow.
I'm Meso.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Prpl.
I'm Trooper.
And this was BrickFeed. Well, energy, everybody. Let's just wind this down.
Naked.
Goodbye.